Welcome back, guys, to Trails from Zero, where last episode, our Chapter 4 Day 1 patrol took us from Bellegarde Gate through Station Street and to St. Ursula Medical College, where we came across an impromptu quest from Shizuku, who wanted help finding materials in a present for father. After canvassing the rest of the hospital to find parts and a box, we were rewarded with a brooch of our own on its completion, and now we'll continue chatting. The hospital receives funds from many institutions all over Zemuria, but our management policies are relatively conservative. Those funds exist to support the patients who cannot pay their medical bills, so we do our best to allocate them to those who need it most. Welcome to St. Ursula Hospital. How can we be of service today? Wow, now when was the last time I've stopped by St. Ursula? I don't think I've been here outside of patrol since the wolf attack. You make it sound like you never get sick, Sergeant Major. It's definitely rare. After joining the CGF, I've tried to stay in peak condition. I've got responsibilities, you know. I don't want a little sickness to get in the way. That's the spirit. Keeping yourself healthy and out of the hospital is the best you can ask for. That being said, if you do start to feel under the weather, don't hesitate to call us. There's only so much you can do on your own. Personally, I think caring for yourself and being hygienic is the best way to keep hospitals out of your life. And this young lady's already right on top of it. So was I. 3 years until this. My stomach is tearing itself apart. Isn't it my turn yet? I don't know. I knew I ate way too much for a midnight snack. My stomach hurts like hell. I had nothing but admiration for all the residents working here. They're all absolute studying fiends. All that dedication they sink in makes me want to cheer them on. Go, interns, go! Go, interns, go, interns, go. I tried to bust out some Eastern martial arts moves as a workout, but I got too into it and took quite the tumble. Haha, suppose I did overdo it a tad. Can I watch? Dr. Gunter runs all sort of research projects in the neurology and pharmacology departments. He even synthesizes our nutritional supplements and surgical anesthesias there as well. Seems like he does quite a lot then. Oh my, are you alright, sweetie? Looks like you have quite the fever. Could you stick this thermometer on your armpit and sit tight for a second? Is it Henry? Oh, my head is burning up. That's Ryu's character model, isn't it? Get away from that kid, it's contagious. As soon as I stopped coming to my appointments, I completely relapsed. Just my luck. Keeping up with your health is a whole lot harder than it looks. Poor guy. Right, our bracers and the guy on the bench. I suppose it's about time to head back to the examination room. Despite how tired I am, nothing would be worse than getting laughed at by Dr. Largo for leaving it empty. Now, will the bracers have new dialogue after that quest too? Poor Shizuku's been hospitalized here for such a long time. I guess I have no choice but to give her lots of cuddles for Alios's sake. Snap out of here, Aelia. That's what she does. Were you able to put together a nice present? Aelia and I were planning to go visit Shizuku a bit later anyway. The present is complete. So, do you think there's a big scary monster out on this road then or not? There wasn't in the other bit. I'm pretty sure you were there before. Oh yeah, there we go. These are definitely new, aren't they? Gaudy Osas. One of them resisted one of those attacks. Not good for me. Like, it makes more sense to have other people doing the other stuff here, doesn't it? Let's go with the, we'll use a battle scope again. Because, of course, she's my second best arts caster. They're level 31 as well, Gordiosa. An alpha primate that boasts mighty strength, crushes foes with an unstoppable charge. Hi. Sounds dangerous, as you cite. As you, of course, notice, one of the criteria these guys have, the only one that they're not immune to, is exactly what we need again. AT delay. They don't have much HP, so we should be able to break them relatively fast-ish.
It's kind of a shame that we can't attack everyone here. What spell are they weakness to? I mean, that's good damage. With the 80 delay too. It sets us up for so much. Okay, that's not too good. The others are just 100s. Oh no, wins second best. Do I want to use a spell or not? Do you know what I mean? I think we can get away with it. We don't need to probably 80 delay them anymore from here. You're the highest HP? I think we should be good. This dog isn't getting overworked. I don't know what you're talking about. He's getting worked just right. So yes, there were new monsters on this highway too. It gave me quite a lot of experience to go with it. Level 30 for Noel. 1 U material for my problems. Alright, that wasn't bad. I'll take that and move on. Back to Crossbell. So, Harbor District now? Yes. Harbor District, IBC, Admin District quest. Entertainment District, Residential District, out to Mines story. Correct? This has been a long day so far, I feel. I don't know what's making it long. Well, actually, tell a lie. 4 requests and an extra request found. Even though we're not doing one of those requests right now. That does add up to a lot, doesn't it? Quite a bit. Is old man fishing? Hey, Grandpa, I brought you your medicine. Will you please take it? For me. You need to listen to what the doctor tells you, okay? My body's alive and kicking. I don't need to take no stinking medicine. Give me a fishing repair with a quiet spot and I'm good to go. Because I would decide to spend my remaining years. It's like the saddest tale we get on this dock of a granddaughter that really loves her granddad. And a granddad who doesn't want to love anything apart from fishing. Speaker Hartman always seems so poised and composed. Never a hair out of place, never showing any sign of weakness. That's just what we see from afar. The media can't seem to get even a peep out of him. Rumor has it that he's gunning for Mayor McDowell's seat in the next election, and he's got practically everyone wondering just how that would go. Speaker Hartman prefers to focus on directing his lackeys rather than ever engaging with the media. But we really shouldn't be kept in the dark. The citizens of Crossbell deserve to know what's going on in the diet. Yes, they do. I keep thinking these flower pots are people. I've been wanting to experiment with new flavors, so I tried to emulate Long Lao's stir fry, but I learned my lesson. There are no shortcuts on the path of the noodle. You guys can have the recipe though if you want. Thank you, Long Lao Tan Men. My husband's been in an oddly good mood lately. Something about their company's work progressing smoothly. Apparently it's rewarding to see. Whatever boils their noodles, I'll never understand it though. Come back, you! Many businesses have been really thriving since the anniversary festival. So now there's a whole ton of people trying to take advantage of that wave to expand their businesses further. Looks like my workload is going to see quite an expansion as well. Crossbell continues to grow and prosper more and more by the day. Fortunately for me, that means my workload's just going to keep growing and growing too. That Grace Lynn, off she goes, writing yet another controversial article. Diet members have been bombarding us with complaints non-stop because of her. Oh, Grace, would it kill her to write something a little less contentious every once in a while? That's not news. Or more to the point, that's not investigative journalism. We're sniffing out news of a bunch of skirmishes involving the mafia taking place around the city. Give me a break. Are they in the middle of some petty dispute again? Damn it, they need to get over themselves. Wait a second, I just realized something. I've become so used to the festival crowding the Harbour District with super millions of people. But really, there's like 5 people. So sweeping the Harbour District takes 2 seconds. It's the realization of that fact, isn't it? Hello? We have quite the fascinating point. What's exactly as you say? My, who would have thought I'd meet such a colourful character and yourself here in Crossbell? Right back at you, old man. I mean, look at you. You weren't satisfied with being a banker your whole life. You shop for the stars. I should follow in your footsteps. Hey, isn't that Mr. Croyce's limousine? They seem to be engaged in some kind of conversation in there. I've got to look in. It's Lecter, yeah? Yeah. Well, I might have gotten just a little impatient then, but it actually paid off later on, you see. You truly are unique. I'd be remiss to let someone of your talent slip away from me. Allow me to be frank. How would you like to come work for me? Working on the IBC CEO, huh? What would my hourly wage be? I see you have a sense of humor too. Excellent. What the hell is this guy's deal? I can't believe he already worked himself into Uncle Dieter's good graces. I'm kind of at a loss for words. How am I supposed to react to this? This man, just who is he? He comes from a school. Let's see. It kind of hinges on the hourly wage, to be honest, if it would work for you. Oh, and if you threw an overtime and hazard pay, you'd be driving a hard bargain. Oh, is that all? That can be arranged quite easily. Oh, that's the IBC CEO. But who's that tourist in the weird getup? They make a strange pair. I won't think about it too hard. It's just a school kid. Following his path in life. Mr. Croyce went out of his way to greet us now that he's back in Crossbell. Who was that young man, though? Must have been an acquaintance of his, I guess. Probably has something to do with these strange rumors flowing around. At first glance, you think the guy's just some playboy. But I guess he's acquaintances with Mr. Croyce. More profits! I've wiped out all the losses I accumulated during the anniversary festival. Haha, easy money. I love investments. If you're here to talk investments, you've come to the expert. I've been perfectly predicting the market non-stop since the festival ended. Didn't do very well during it, though. You know, the Rhineford Company actually operates a division of their sales department inside of this building. We've been getting requests from their competitors, the Vern Company, to open up a branch here too. Not sure how well that'd go. I've heard the two butt heads every chance they get, so lumping them together might just stoke the flames. Not sure if it's because of the anniversary festival or what, but there's been talks of expanding the business. I wonder just how true it is. Oh, Miss McDowell, it's good to see you here. Mr. Croyce will be returning from his lengthy business trip today. In fact, he should be arriving any minute now. Actually, I saw Uncle Croyce right outside the entrance. Oh, really? I wonder what's keeping him then. Is he taking care of some important business? I wonder what Mr. Croyce could be up to. He told us that there would be a meeting this evening. Rosello's been having an incredibly lucky streak with his investments. He even managed to score big on some of them this morning. It's honestly really impressive. I think it's been going on for 2 whole weeks now. If I was him, I'd quit when I'm still ahead. You never know when things might totally tank. Indeed. Although safety rating has rapidly deteriorated over the last couple of weeks, according to our analysis, it's fallen down to C-. Citizens should be especially cautious of dark alleyways. That's where much of the danger lurks in the city. Our security department grades the level of safety for major cities across the continent. It's a necessary metric to keep track of to ensure Mr. Croyce's safety whenever he travels abroad. Fortunately, it's your home place that seems to be pretty bad. There's no one up here that... Oh, tell a lie, it might be Maribel. Assuming there's no one up here. Would be dumb of me, wouldn't it? The crazy dolls. Let's not scratch them. Super expensive. Never mind. Maribel is not up here. Maribel could be down with her guys. In the basement, though. Basement floor 5. No. I don't think so, anyway. We briefed Lady Maribel on our test plans for the second stage, and she seemed to really like them. All those long nights and hard labor were worth it in the end. Alright, I'm going to do everything I can to gather data. Plan for the second stage is to expand our user base, thus increasing the number of terminals linked to the grid. That's why we're in the process of developing a new system that can handle the heavier load. There's nothing else we can do now that we've come this far. The Oval Network's operation appears to remain stable thus far. It won't be much longer until we can proceed to the second stage of the project. Alright, just wait and see. We'll make this plan a success. We have to do everything we can to surpass Lady Maribel's expectations. but no Lady Maribel in sight. So that's the harbour, the IBC done. I guess that leaves us heading towards our next quest, does it not? So at the moment, I think all my quests are hovering between 2 episodes, weirdly. Or at least some of them are. I don't like that, generally. I like to keep it all contained in one, like, half an hour-ish block. But hey, sometimes quests last longer than you think they will. Grace is currently trying to gather information on the diet. I wonder if she'll be okay on her own. I hope she doesn't try sneaking into the diet without a permit. The editor-in-chief has ordered me to accompany Grace to prevent her from going too crazy. She usually ends up abandoning me so she can sprint off directly to the source to get her information. You found Crossbell City's Hall receptions? City Hall. How may I help you? Ah, so you've returned. That's a relief. I thought you might have been another person here to complain. You've been receiving complaints. What about? Well, the diet's budget session is supposed to be wrapped up, but they're neck deep into arguing, as they are every single year, so they still haven't reached a consensus. The meeting is being extended for several days as a result of their actions. No matter how many years go by, the diet never seems to change. They've extended the diet meeting yet again, so the new budget will be delayed as a result. I feel bad for the citizens of Crossbell. Ultimately, they're the ones that suffer the consequences of this mudslinging and posturing. That's politics. If you're looking for Mayor McDowell, he's currently attending the diet meeting. Things got pretty heated yesterday. They weren't able to decide on the budget. Poor Mayor McDowell. I'm worried about his health. Hopefully he isn't pushing himself too hard. Is there any way we can help him up? Apart from giving him acerbic tomato smoothies? We have no reason to go inside, no. If we did, it would be a bit of a furore, surely. A bit dumb of us to do. Man, I'm bored. I'm worried about how the diet budget meeting is progressing, but I can't do anything about it. I say, there must be people outside I haven't talked to yet. The old man isn't... Oh, no, here he is. There's a good amount of traffic in this area during the morning and evening. My guess is it's because the diet session's going on now. Too bad neither members of the diet nor the press stop by my shop all that often. I already missed the anniversary festival crowds. I don't really understand all these politicians. Politicanes in quite the same way. I like politicanes. Surely there wasn't an accident, was there? Is it just me, or has the city been getting more dangerous? Yep. That's pretty much it. Sadly to say. Oh, hey, Lloyd. I'll tell you something. I think I'm going to take the detective exam for real this time. Nice, friends. You finally made up your mind. Yeah, though I still feel unprepared. To tell the truth, my practical skills aren't bad. Writing exams aren't really my strong suit. I'm thinking I at least might get a better grasp on what I should study if I go for the exam once, though. One only problem is they've strengthened patrols lately, which has been sucking up my free time. What's with the chain of incidents recently? Patrols around the city have recently been increased under the section chief's orders. More and more of my study time is being eaten up. How are you, Fran? Well, that was quite a treat. I got to enjoy a nice meal and a nice chat with Anton. Thanks for your help, everyone. Poor Anton. I don't think she realizes she broke the heart of a man madly in love with her. I wonder how Anton's doing. Has he gone home already? I feel kind of bad for him. He took me out to such a nice meal, and I completely forgot to thank him. Fran came back to work on time, which I can't help but feel a little disappointed by. Honestly, I would have been fine with her staying out another hour if it meant she found some chemistry with that tourist. Really? My combat notebook is still only just coming along. Man, what a pain in the ass. Oh, it's you guys. Well, you sure look bright-eyed and raring to go today. I must admit, I envy you at times, SSS. What's the matter, Inspector Donovan? Nothing serious. Just a bit ticked that the 1st Division jacked our case from us. I was going to investigate the raid led by Ravash's guys, but 1st Division took control of the case without even running it by us. Jackasses. Mafia's been getting out of hand. More and more citizens are getting caught up in their crimes. The 1st Division is at their wits' end too. They've even given special missions to the Metropolitan Division now. Anyone else in here? Did we see Kate yet? The First Division snatched the Ravash case right out from under us this morning. Not only that, but they made us hand over all the information we had regarding the investigation. Damn it, I'm so pissed off. Why even bother when you just keep getting screwed over and over again? Well, that's the admin district. Maybe we'll throw in the back alley district and do a bit of cooking before we take on our next quest, I think, personally. May as well knock another off the list. We're getting closer to the end of the day, after all. Ah, hey, you mister, you over there. I got some real exciting news for you. We started a brand new promotion. 2-hour session is just 1,000 mirror. How about it, my man? Come on in, try it for yourself. You won't regret it. Will we not? We go in here quite a lot anyway. Shoot the breeze. Seems Detective Dudley's here too, though. Shooting the breeze. A few of our recent patrons have been splurging like crazy. I mean, they were so generous with their money, they were throwing mirror in the air. Been lots of guys like that lately. We've been having a bunch of posh-looking guests come in lately. They may be generous, but they're ultra stuck up and hard to deal with. The First Division is in the middle of an extremely important case. You kids in the SSF have no business being anywhere near it. Got it? Okay, can I speak to Dudley? Long time no see, Detective Dudley. It's you troublemakers again. Don't get in the way of our investigation. Phew, he's definitely given all that don't talk to me, I'm pissed kind of vibe. Might have caused even more problems for him by interfering with the auction. Trust me, you four have meddled in this quite enough. Do us all a favor and try to keep the grandstanding to a minimum. We saved the guy and you didn't? Just gonna point that out. We saved the mayor. You did a bad job. I've been hearing some talk about this weird urban legend lately. Oh well, it's not like urban legends are out of the ordinary in the city. Time to get ready to open up a shop. Urban legend? That's a pretty random thing to bring up. I don't know any particularly important information myself. I simply hear the occasional rumor drift up from Crossbell's underworld, that's all. No, you've got to tell me this info. It might be super important, it probably is. Customer requested me by name today. Isn't that great? Are you jealous? Are you? I bet you are. Apparently, we get a lot of reservations coming in during the diet session. Lucky for me. It's the first time a customer requested me by name for a reservation. I'm so happy. Alrighty, I'm going to keep working as hard as I can until the reservation time. Still haven't got a treasure chest yet. Meldo is operating some sort of terminal under the counter. Click, clack, click, click, clack. The specification of the latest model airships and CDF armored cars. Oh, lovely. Bless my dear informant. He procures me quite the most delightful bits of information. Just who is this lady? Those details are supposed to be confidential as of now. She's one of our more well-informed acquaintances, you could say. Jonas certainly has no restraint when it comes to pawning off information. The specification... Oh, she's not saying everything new. Anything new here? We already bought the sitting Mishi. One day, I'd like to buy some more of these. That day may be far away. In the distance. And not Rosenberg dolls. Okay. Back to the admin district. We're about to do some cooking. Let's try and get some good stuff made. Okay. Let's try and get a few things on our list sorted. So who's the best at making this? Randy is the best at making this. So we need the best and the worst. So if Randy's the best, we'll look for things that Randy's good at. And we'll try to cook stuff with him. So remember that I took off the mute quartz, I guess. We have two effort quartzes, don't we? Okay. Let's try to cook some stuff. Because that should indeed give us the plus point. So we need to find stuff that Randy can cook. That Randy's really good at. We don't have. So fierce tiger fried rice. Okay, unfortunate. Try again. But we have an increased chance to cook this good. I was just lucky with the first one by the look of it. White tiger fried rice. Okay. Next up, we haven't done this. Randy's not the best for that. Randy is the best for the colorful tomato burger. King Burger has been made. Okay. Randy is the best of the melted cheese pizza too. Unfortunate. I'm out of ingredients. Great. We're already running out. It didn't take us long, did it? Randy's bad at making cakes. Randy's bad at most things down the bottom of this menu here. We've already got the drifting cloud. Thick espresso. So now we'll switch that quartz that we were using. This is just making a few things right now. My God, we have to do so much of this. This is kind of crazy. What did I have in here? Mute. Yep. Now we fit that for prankster quartz, right? And try to get some other stuff done. There's so many ingredients. You're like, how do we get through it? I think it has to be like the worst person and prankster. Adamant solid has been made. Homemade egg pudding next. Get to it, Randy. Endurance pudding. Sweet cake. Get to it, Randy. That's not a failure. That's great. New material. Cat food next. Wow, I'm not making stuff here, am I? Blimmin' hell. Immersion cake has been made. Okay. So the stuff I can still make. Randy is joint worst for satisfying carbonara and he's got prankster on, so. I'm going to run out of ingredients. Pasta needles. They're an attack item, of course. Okay, so we don't have anyone that's like worse for these. So Randy, make a boiled fish hot pot too. Madness hot pot. Either CP plus 200 or 0 CP and near death. Nice. Actually managed to make that one. I guess he's okay at it. Courageous hot pot. Either CP plus 100 or near death. Juicy steak. Randy's actually really good at that. Randy's actually really good at all the remaining things. Okay, we've actually got a few more ticks on the list here. Who is the worst of these? Ellie. Generally Ellie. Get Ellie to make some of these, I think. See if we can cross some more stuff off our list. Ellie, instead of hair, maybe? We'll put prankster on. Not that we run from battles to even need hair, but you know what I mean. God, we have to get through this. Insufficient ingredients? Oh, boy, I had them. Little flour, I don't know. I do have enough for this one. Fierce tiger fried rice. Burnt rice. Restores 10% HP, cures seal and mute. We'll make an elegant steak too. Okay, unfortunately we made a juicy steak. We made it right. Ellie. Oh, we're out of ingredients. Is there anything else we actually have ingredients for? Seems so. Ellie is bad at this too, so we can do that. Secrecy popcorn. Gives stealth. Ellie is great at snow gelato. And thick espresso. She's joint worst. She's got prankster on, so she may as well give it a go. Cat food. Dumplings. Dark liquid has been made. Restores 10% HP and 30% EP. Should we get her to try and make the snow gelato as well then? While we're at this. That was the problem we put in there. Should have put it in somewhere else. Phew, it's quite a lot of the list to tick off when you think about it. But we're getting quite a lot of it done right here. Right now. No, you're not supposed to be good at it. Or, you know, normal at it. Powdered snow. Whoa, what happened then? Restores 40% HP, ATS plus 25%, ADF plus 25%, cures burn. We've got a lot more ticks on the list. At the very least. We're just lacking a bit of ingredients here, there, and everywhere. So essentially, I'm just going to have to go buy some more in the near future to be able to tick off more of the stuff. But hey, we made a dent. That was what we intended to do, and so we have. So you can have an action 2 instead of an action 1 by the look of it. So we'll trade you up a little bit. A little bit of a dent. Don't know if we've got enough for that quest now, but equally we're going to try to get as many recipes as we possibly can. That knocked off a little bit. I've decided to abandon writing my thesis. I'm going to settle down and redirect my efforts wholly into research. There's a vast unexplored sea of information waiting for me to discover. Seems a bit weird. For sure. That's your passion now. I'm placing new books on the shelves. This author's works are all the rage right now, so I'm sure our visitors will be delighted. Let's just get in copy now if you're planning on reading it too. Abby kept asking me to read him stories about police officers ever since the anniversary festival ended. I think he's completely enamored with their uniforms. Hey, where's Kia? I want to see her. Sorry, little guy. She isn't with us today. We'll be sure to bring her with us next time, okay? Okay. Can't wait to see her again. Tell her I said hi, okay? Kia, this is like loved by all. Was there a new issue of anything? Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest last volume. It's part of a popular trilogy, so be sure to check out ahead of time. Okay, I'll read that before we start. Let's do it. It's long! By Sean Arnhem. Final part. Before he knew it, Mark was running toward the forest once again. He could hear the adults trying to stop him from the distance, but he kept going. Alone in the forest late at night, Mark knew that Ron must be just as disorientated and scared as he had been only hours prior. He didn't know why Ron had gone in, but he couldn't sit still and not look for him. Oh, I should try asking Anna. Being a witch, she would surely be able to find Ron, he thought. He began to run along the path back toward Anna's hut. Suddenly, he heard a loud cry. He headed toward the sound, found Ron and a great frightening monster. So stop! Don't come any closer! Ron's face was pale as he waved a tree branch around in an effort to hold back the beast. The monster, clearly unfazed by it, was slowly advancing upon him. It was closing in, and Ron would be a snack in no time. Suddenly, the monster sprang forth. Mark shouted Ron's name and jumped in the way to act as a shield. He saw the monster's sharpened tusks coming at him swiftly, closed his eyes, waiting for the blow. Wham! After a sudden sound, the monster stopped moving. Everything suddenly fell silent. Mark timidly and reluctantly opened his eyes and saw the monster standing perfectly still with its mouth stuck open. Suddenly, its sharp tusks shattered to pieces before the boy's eyes. Confused and startled at this sudden turn of events, the monster turned around and fled into the forest at full speed. As Mark looked on dumbfounded, he noticed the shimmer of a transparent barrier that had protected them both from the monster's wrath. Why my, what a reckless thing to do! A hoarse voice came from behind, to which Ron could only manage a pathetic eep. He turned around to find an old woman wearing a familiar black robe. The witch! Ron was frozen in shock and fear. Seeing the old woman throw a subtle wink at him, Mark realized what was going on. The old woman was none other than Anna, who must have used magic to change her appearance. Anna had been heading toward the village with as witch-like of an appearance as she could, likely in an effort to grant Mark's wish. Her kindness in doing so, despite her saying she didn't want to be seen by people, made Mark happy. Now I'll be very happy. Be very careful in the forest. Sure, be very happy too. Anna left them with that eerie cackle and headed deeper in, still disguised as an old woman. Smiling, Mark silently thanked her for appearing. After a long pause, Mark asked a dazed Ron, Ron, why did you enter the forest? I'd heard you went in, and if something had happened to you because I doubted your witch story, I guess I would have felt kind of guilty. Ron's abrupt answer masked his embarrassment. There really was a witch. I'm sorry for calling you a liar. Ron apologized. Mark forgave him, saying he wasn't angry anymore. They put their arms around each other's shoulders and walked back to the village. When they reached it, they both received an extra tough scolding. They were each given punishments that normally would have brought them to tears, but in spite of that, the boys couldn't help but smile happily. Several days later, the children gathered in the village square. Mark was once again telling a story of one of his father's adventures. Well, today I'll tell you about the labyrinth in the east that my father found. Ron was present in the circle of children, listening excitedly to the story. While proud of his father, Mark was most grateful to Anna, the witch girl who helped him make a new friend. He planned to visit her house that weekend, with the best of his father's stories as a gift. I hope she'll enjoy it, Mark thought, smiling.